What's up, hikers? Dave here with Off Grid. I'm into backpacking, camping, and gear. If you're into that sort of thing too, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Today we're doing another day hike. This time we are in Sedona. Got some great weather today. It's right around 50 degrees because we're here in late February. And this is called the Teacup Trail to the Coffee Pot Point. It's about 2.5 miles total. It's mostly a down and back. I think there's a little loop towards halfway. And I think we're starting at around either 4,200 or 5,200 feet. I'll let you know on screen. It's only like somewhere around 300 feet of total elevation gain. So super easy hike today. We thought while we were down here in Sedona we were originally in the Grand Canyon, came down to Sedona for a couple days, that we'd just venture out and take a day hike. So here we are in the Red Rock area of Arizona. So it kind of starts out in a suburban area. You can probably see the houses around me here. But what we're hoping to find are those Instagrammable cave shots. I'm not sure if we're actually going to get to climb up one or not. I don't think it's directly on the trail on this one. So we might have to do some scrambling, but we might not make it up. But at the end here, there is a rock face called Coffee Pot Rock. So I'll point that out when we get to it. I think it just looks like a large tea kettle or a French press coffee pot from the pics that I've seen online. Should be pretty cool. So yeah, we got some electric lines here. And this is like one of the few signs, I think, on the trail. So we got Teacup to the right, Thunder Mountain to the left, and then there's also Sugarloaf. It's another trail that is close to here. I'm also seeing a lot of these rock collections here. If anybody knows what this is, let me know down in the comments below. But I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's some sort of conservatory project or effort or something. Here we go with some of the rock faces. Looking pretty cool. So yeah, coming up on another sign. So far this is pretty good. The All Trails map, I'll throw that up on the screen right now, said that it's pretty easy to get lost. And as you can see, I'm not sure if I can punch it on the map or not, but there are a lot of different offshoots that this trail kind of like goes in different directions. So I've heard that it's not the easiest trail to follow, but I'm about to find out. And you can see this here, there's a lot of mountain biking tracks. So I've heard that this is pretty popular with the mountain bikers as well. So another thing to kind of be on the lookout for when you're on this trail is make sure that you're getting out of the way so you don't get clipped. And pretty awesome so far. My girlfriend and I were just talking about how it's pretty open on this trail. So if you're coming here during the warmer months, bring a ton of water and expect to get baked on by the sun. And we got another sign, so pretty well marked so far. We're getting close to about half a mile in on this, about 1.25 miles just to get to the end. So I'm loving it so far. Looks like we also got some tiny berries here in these smaller bushes off the trail. We got cactus, some smaller trees. Decent amount of vegetation. I don't know if this is an aloe plant right here. A decent amount of vegetation makes for a pretty trail. So that's it right there. That is the top, I'm going to point to it, top of the kettle or the coffee pot up there. And we're going to be looping around to see if we can get a little bit closer and do some more exploring. See, like way over, like right up in here, looks like some kind of water runoff in this particular section. So definitely getting a little more sketch, I guess I'd say. We got stuff like this where it's just basically rock faces. So this is the portion as we're getting closer to the halfway point. where it gets tougher to follow because there's just no trail marks. So I have to scramble on a couple of these rock faces to stay on the path. But luckily, I'm definitely not off-grid today. I've got some pretty excellent reception, so GPS is pretty easy to follow on the maps for all trail or whatever you end up using. It's definitely a more heavily trafficked trail. We're here on President's Day weekend, so that might have something to do with it. But there are a bunch of people all over, and like I said, there's a lot of different junctions and areas where these trails kind of intersect, so we're kind of meeting people at different I guess junctions along the way. So yeah, if you're looking for more privacy and getting away from people, this might not be your best option. But we got some pretty great views so far. We got a little bit under a little bit over a quarter of a mile to go till we hit the end. And I'll show you the views from there. You remember where I just said like 2 seconds ago that GPS was pretty easy to follow? I was wrong. We got lost. We did a little bit of scrambling. Went up to one of the rock faces like up here in this general area. Got some pretty cool pictures up there, but definitely got lost, so we're course correcting and went off by maybe, I don't know, a little bit under a quarter mile. We just kind of went up an area that we thought was the way to go, but it was not the way to go. So we just got lost again. We just went to some point and then decided to stop. We saw another group of guys who went up higher than we did, and we kind of caught them on the way back down and just asked them like, hey, did you see any crazy caves or rock faces up there? I don't think they did. I think they saw some good lookout points, but it gets really sketchy as you get up higher, and there is no official end, I don't think, to this trail. So if you're good with just kind of like scrambling a little bit and going off the beaten path, then this would be a great option for you. It's definitely rocky, so bring some good traction shoes for this type of trail. But that's going to do it for this one. We're heading back down right now, but I won't show you the rest because it's pretty much going down the same way. Like I said, we might loop around. It bends around. We can kind of go a different way, headed down, but I'm going to end it on that note. If you like what we saw today, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification so that I can send you a video every time it's released. So that's going to do it for me on this one. Remember, if you're heading off grid, make sure you do your research, even though on this one it doesn't really matter. You might end up getting lost. You probably will end up getting lost, but if you are heading off grid, make sure you do your research and make it a safe one. Until next time, I'll see you on the next one. These are the final numbers. Pretty close. Ignore the time because we took a lot of breaks, but pretty close to 2.5 miles. We'd be done. We out of here.